guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back at one of my local undisclosed locations because guess what? We have a supersized Lexus for you. This is a 2020 Lexus LX570. But before we dive into this SUV, let's talk a little bit about what the LX570 is about. It is that SUV. It's essentially a Toyota Land Cruiser that's been given that extra luxury feel to it. This is meant to go up against the Land Rover, Range Rover lineup, and of course the biggest and baddest from the types like Mercedes-Benz with that G-Wagon. If you're wondering, well, who is this vehicle really for? I really think it's for somebody who wants that nice polished finish, the nice polished touches, and of course that great Lexus reliability, but in a full-size 3-row SUV that has rock crawl features that can go through terrain as rugged as they come. So let's go ahead, dive into this LX570 and see, really, is it the king of the luxury full-size SUVs? Right off the bat, the sheer size of it really fits well with the Lexus body lines. Up top, you're gonna have full LED headlights. You have your LED daytime running lamps and turn signals. You do have headlight washers that are gonna pop out and keep everything nice and clean when the mud flicks up on it. We drop down LED fog lamps. I really love the way the shapes and the designs aesthetically fit nicely into the styling of just the Lexus overall. As we come across that massive grille, it reminds me of one of those Gillette razors that has like 20 blades. All of these being individual blades. Love the horizontal slots. It's one of those designs that either you love it or you hate it. I really think that Lexus really put a stamp on the design of this open grille shape like this. And really with the horizontal metallic gray, you got a forward-facing camera, a little bit of brushed aluminum, and I love this center section. Nice rugged design, gives it that SUV look. We're talking about 9 inches of ground clearance. You could raise or lower the LX570 on an air ride suspension. Right now, it's in the neutral setting, so we could drop it down a little bit, or we could raise it a little bit higher. Speaking of raising, let's get up on top of the hood. Very nice on the body lines. I'm glad they didn't go super boxy. So you have this nice concave area, little peaks that kind of rise up and then fade as you go towards the windshield. And then of course you have the 2 prominent lines that go towards the A-pillar. Now, as we come around the bend of this massive fender, of course we have some massive wheel and tires on this. These are optional wheels. This is a 21-inch wheel, 10 spoke. So you got your 10 spokes, split spoke. I'll have you come in and kind of take a closer look at, I like the gloss black, the machined aluminum, and this cover that actually covers all the lug nuts. Very tasteful, nice size, solid caliper behind there. And like I said, behind all this fancy bodywork, you have one heck of a rugged off-road system. And that's a 21-inch wheel, 275 in the width, and a meaty 50 series sidewall. But as we rise back up, I'm 6 feet tall. You can see the sheer size of this thing. Love the way the fenders don't have any stick-on vents or anything like that, no lighting. Good size on the side mirrors with your built-in turn signals. As we come down, you're gonna have that nice brushed aluminum low roof rails. Of course, you get crossbars. And thankfully, you do have running boards, because to get up on top, you're gonna have to use those running boards nicely built in, and they do have a good grip to them. Sometimes vehicles put running boards on them, and it's like as soon as you step on it, you slip. Not on these. Chrome on the door handles gives it that nice extra luxury touch. And I even love the way the rear, as you come towards the rear, kind of flares out. Keep working our way back. Large, massive quarter window. And I think it was so smart of Lexus to just use the trim down and around. Nothing up top. Really cleans the look. It has that like really sharp like hockey stick look. I think the design fits it to a T. As we come around to the rear of the LX570, you get a massive roof spoiler. My one zonk is I wish they would have taken the windshield wiper and tucked it up underneath that spoiler, but you can see the beautiful brushed aluminum, just like off the grill. They brought it to the taillights, full LED, your LX570 badge, some nice brushed aluminum here. We drop down. Of course, you're gonna have full tow capabilities. Everything is tucked behind, very nice and clean. Single exhaust outlet. It's pretty high out of the way. I'm glad they didn't put fake exhaust or any of that, but really just super wide, even LED reverse lamps on the back of this LX570. But why don't we go ahead? We checked out the outside of this big, huge beast. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You have massive hood struts. Underneath that hood is some massive power. No replacement for displacement. That is a naturally aspirated V8. I actually don't mind the engine cover too much. It really contrasts nicely with the rest of the black there, but you're looking at a 5.7 liter V8, 383 horsepower, 403 pound-feet of torque. It's all routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Like I said, you have that really rugged 4x4 system. This thing weighs 6,000 pounds, but you know what? 0 to 60 in about 7.2 seconds. You could tow up to 7,000 pounds. I think probably the sore spot that a lot of people aren't gonna fall in love with is that she is thirsty. 12 in the city, 16 miles per gallon on the highway. It is such a unique vehicle though, but I really feel if you want the luxury and you want the V8 power, there's really not a lot of options out there. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this LX570 and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 LX570. I know you're at that point, you're like, Joe, this thing is large and in charge. I need some luxury. I need some off-road capability. How much is this? The way that this one is optioned, it's a little bit over $100,000. But this one is pretty much fully loaded. Let's see what you get for the money. To the top of the door panel. Love the gray leather. The stitch work up top is nice. You get real wood trim. The silver trim is nice. Then it goes into a beige. So I like the two-tone motif going on. A little bit of gloss black around the switch gear. Nothing too crazy. This does have the optional Mark Levinson sound system. And you do get a small door pocket. I'm surprised how small the door pocket is, but you can put a bottle of Coca-Cola in there and a couple tacos from Taco Bell. When we get to the dash, soft material, you got that real wood. I actually saw the tree get chopped down. This is real wood. Silver trim, look at all the leather here. It's all over the place. They did a great job with the finishes. Infotainment system screen, that's over 12 inches. It's actually 12.3 inch infotainment system screen. Now you can tell everybody that you got more than 12 inches in your infotainment system. Navigation, all your controls can be done through the screen. It's not a touch screen. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Let me throw it into reverse. There's our backup camera with trajectory, and you have a 360 camera. Nice to have the 360 on a vehicle like this. We toggle down, you're gonna have that beautiful analog Lexus clock. Some more of that trim that comes all the way across. Here's your start stop button. All the radio and AC controls are all put together nicely. You got your CD player. There's your Mark Levinson surround sound system in here. And then watch this, open up door number 1. You have your DVD player. This is equipped with the optional entertainment centers in the back seat. There's more of that real wood. Open up door number 2. You got 2 cup holders. Close that up. This is gonna control that 8-speed automatic transmission. This is interesting. Now, some Lexus products have a trackpad. This actually has a joystick. So as I go back to the screen, I'll show you how to use this. You have that little cursor there that right now it's over Oldsmar where we're located. I'm gonna go over to the right, and now I could actually go into AC controls. And then I could adjust my AC using the joypad, or joystick, I should say. Joypad, I guess you could call it a joypad. But the interesting thing is that at first it's cumbersome, but then it gets easier to use. And then here we are back to your menu controls, and you just use that little joystick to tap on whatever you wanna do. And if you wanna get back, you just go back. It's real simple. There's our map system. We come back, you can see you have this nice palm rest here, all leather, heated seats, ventilated seats. You do have the ability, like I told you, to go from raising up your LX570 or dropping it down. These are some controls for your 4x4 system. You have the ability to lock the differential. This has your different drive modes. So you have Sport Plus, Sport, Normal, and Comfort and Eco. Crawl mode in your Lexus. Heated steering wheel, nice soft on the armrest. We open this up, get ready for a surprise. You actually have a refrigerated center console area. So put your Twinkies in there. It'll keep them nice and cool. It's actually really cold coming from that space. Everybody likes to put a cold Twinkie in their mouth. And then seats. Love the soft material. Nice perforated leather. The stitch work is great. Of course, it's going to be full power assist for the passenger and the driver. Nice wide seat cushions. And then up top, you have a standard sunroof. The zonk is it's not panoramic. So I wish this was panoramic, but you do have this nice Alcantara style headliner, which is a nice touch. But why don't you come over to the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this Lexus 570. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 3 memory seat settings for your Lexus 570 located nicely right on the door. I even love the way Lexus does their door handles. Very classy, very nice touch. On the bottom down here, you have a nice aluminum sill panel with the Lexus badging that lights up at night. Seat controls are easy to get to. Lots of headroom. You got oak crap handles for everybody in here. And then the steering wheel, classy. That real wood finish, both top and on the bottom. The leather, perfect thickness. Yes, the steering wheel is dated, but it still looks great. You do have plastic buttons or paddles behind the steering wheel to go up and down that 8-speed automatic transmission. And then you have the dash. There's no real digital side to it except in the center, but the nice thing is you have clear analog, tach, speedometer, voltmeter, fuel gauge, coolant gauge, and oil pressure. So you're getting all of that information, plus then you could scroll through that center box, which is nicely done. That is probably gonna be the downside that a lot of people are gonna find in the LX570. That's gonna be the zonk and all of it, is that it is on the dated side, but still has that wonderful Lexus quality and reliability. Why don't we check out the mid-row though, and see if your passengers are gonna love rock crawling with you in this luxury SUV. All right, guys, backseat time in the Lexus LX570. The wonderful thing is your passengers are gonna have tons of room back here. I got plenty of headroom. The seats are just as soft back here as they are up front. As you can see, I'm rocking out my wireless headset. You get 2 headsets because you know what? Check out the backs of the seats. You do have these leather condoms so you don't scratch your screen, but underneath that, you have your screen for both passengers in the back, and they have their headset down here. Once they take their headset out, they can put a banana, maybe a ruler or an abacus, but this is gonna allow those family trips to be a little bit more bearable for your kids and for you. We have our nice little command center here, 2 AC vents. Open that bad boy up. There's all our connectivity for the entertainment units back here. Down below, you have a single 12 volt, lots of leg room, lots of headroom. Like I said, the AC vents are nicely placed in the ceiling and down below. Armrest, boom, look at that. Soft, lift it up, remote control time. You could put some M&Ms in here, close it up. You got heated seats and ventilated seats and AC controls in the back seat, or I should say the mid row. There's your cup holders, super Slurpee time. Put that back. Why don't we go ahead? Let's check out the cargo area and see what that 3rd row is gonna be like in the LX570. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Real simple, you have a nice electric assist. You press the button, this is gonna rise. It's a little on the slower side. I am gonna call it out for that. And then if you're wondering, well, what's going on here? The nice thing is you can put stuff in the back and it's not gonna fall out, or you just pull this drops down. Look at all that space that we have back there. And if you want hard numbers, here's some hard numbers. Now, if the 3rd row is up, which right now it's folded up, that's how it looks like, just the same as the Land Cruiser. You're looking at 9.1 cubic feet of space if those seats were folded up. Since they're out of the way, that's 32.1 cubic feet of space. And if we fold down the middle row, now you're looking at 83.1 cubic feet of space. Now on the interior, I like this loading pad that they have here to kind of make things easier to get in and out. I'm gonna have Victor kind of swing around me. I wanna showcase how to get these seats down, because when you see it, you're like, what the heck is going on here? They actually have an assortment of buttons here, and it's all electric. So you're just gonna push that down. That locks in. Now we're gonna do the other side. Nice and smooth, very effortless. And if you're wondering, well, how do we get the seat back up? Here's where we're gonna push the button, and that's in the lock position. To pull the seat up, you're actually gonna do it the old-fashioned way with some muscles. So you're just gonna pull, and now it locks into place. And then if you want to have it go back down, that's what you got. But I'm going to pull these seat backs up, and we're going to get into that 3rd row to see how usable it is. So give us 1 second. All right, guys, time to get into the back seat. Now, you do have electric assist for sliding the seat forward and backward. You need to put it all the way back, and then you're going to pull up on this handle, and look at that. Everything flips up. I'm going to use the running board and the little piece of real estate to climb on in, and we're going to see how comfy it is in the back of this LX. Now, I'm gonna slide over because I know a lot of you wanna see what the legroom looks like. You can see my legs are not hitting the row in front of me. The only problem is my knees are a little high. I feel like I would not wanna ride back here for a super long time. You do have rear AC vents, tons of little cubby areas for Starbursts and maybe some Tootsie Rolls or something, but there's no connectivity back here. You do have a 12 volt behind the seat, but no USB. The good news is, I guess if you need it, you do have the seat capability, but if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this LX570 for a spin. All right, guys, we left the undisclosed location in typical Florida fashion. We have some afternoon thunderstorms working their way through, but the good news is, I like it when this stuff happens to kind of showcase how the car rides and drives in the rain. So this Lexus LX570 going down the highway, super smooth. We have it in the neutral setting for the suspension lift, but you can raise it if you want to or lower it. You obviously cannot be traveling highway speeds doing that though. So right now I'm cruising about 60 on the highway. Seats are comfortable. Even though a lot of this is dated, this 12.3-inch screen is a pleasure to look at while you're driving. Well, maybe not look at while you're driving, but take a glance at it every now and then. Graphics are clear. It's telling you all the exits, all that information. Driving in the rain, we got the windshield wipers going here. Visibility out the back is great. Even with the headset, with the headrest up on the back row, you can still see really clearly. Side mirrors are awesome. Ride is very smooth and supple. Everywhere you touch, the materials, the leather is so soft. This wood is really, really nice. The finishes in here, they really have spot on the money. Yes, the dash is dated, but same story. You look at it real quick and you know exactly what you're looking at. So that's the really nice feature and setup with this. And the road noise is very minimal in here. I mean, yeah, you're hearing the rain hit the windshield, but other than that, super quiet in here and very comfortable. All right, guys, driving down this frontage road, going in this right-hand turn, brakes feel good. Good feedback from the steering wheel. Right now I have it in normal mode, so throttle response is super smooth. I could put it in real easily into the separate modes, and you can see they show up right there on the dash as I change some lanes here to get by the traffic. We'll even go, what the heck, let's go Sport Plus on throttle. That four-wheel drive system keeping us planted, that V8 power, super smooth torque delivery, got the power down even in these wet, slippery conditions. And you know and I know that if you go off-road, this thing does the business. Plus, you have all the amenities and all the comfort. The heated seats, ventilated seats, nice driving experience. It's just, yes, it is dated. That's the big zonk. But the good news is, I'm sure when it does get redesigned, there's gonna be some nice big surprises that Lexus is gonna bring to the table for sure. But steering feel is wonderful. All right, guys, driving down the road, just a real pleasure to be behind the wheel of one of these. The visibility is great. It's nice having a sunroof. I am still gonna zonk it. I wish that there was a panoramic sunroof. I still have it in Sport Plus mode. That's gonna change how the engine, the transmission, and everything behave under throttle. But like the thickness of the steering wheel, and the feedback you get is really, really nicely done. Well, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and do an acceleration test from a dead stop here. So on throttle, here we go. Gets the traction down, super smooth. Nice V8 roar from it. No wind noise though, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Seats have plenty of adjustability. I'm not the biggest fan of the beige, but to each their own. Would like a darker. I'd be fine with a gray. Like if you had this gray from the dash, I think that would have been a little bit more my speed. But definitely, I'm glad that we got a chance to get behind the wheel of this LX570. I think one of my favorite things about this SUV is just being able to just drive on the highway, and it's just a really nice experience, and you could definitely go very far distances. Now, obviously, you're going to need to refuel a lot because she is a little thirsty, but other than that, great way to haul the family around. And then when the terrain gets rough, you have all the capabilities to get through just about anything. But hopefully this gave you a nice overall view and feel of the LX570. We're gonna get back to the undisclosed location. Hopefully it'll stop raining and wrap this up, so I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful time with this LX570. I definitely got to thank Corey, Zach, and the rest of the crew over at Lexus and Toyota for allowing Rady's Rides access to this Lexus press fleet vehicle. It really showcases what this brand is capable of when you need something so unique that you're not going to find in a lot of other brand segments in the industry. Having the luxury, having the reliability, and having that extra, touch of 4x4 capability. But if it's large SUVs, 3-row SUVs that can crawl over Mount Rushmore, if you want to see that more on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the new star of the team, Victor, working that camera like a champ. Check him out on Instagram, Victor Scott Wang. He has an eye for detail that women love him. Babies want to just be hugging on him, and even dogs come up and want to just lick his palm. So thank you, Victor, for all your hard work. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.